I discovered A Story for the MODLINS by Sergio Oksman in 2012 when I was screening short film submissions for the Chicago International Film Festival. And I remember being really confused when I first started watching it because the opening shot is the Paramount logo and then it goes into the opening title sequence from Rosemary's Baby. Then the filmmaker begins to fast forward through Rosemary's Baby, explaining what happens.
What have you done to it? What have you done to its eyes?
One of the guests at this celebration is Elmer Modlin.
And from that moment, we go to essentially a blank canvas, and the filmmaker's hand appears as he begins to lay down photograph after photograph and begins to construct his story.
Elmer Modlin returned from World War II, eager to become a famous actor. Here he poses dressed as a sailor in front of battleships painted in a photography studio.
Sergio Oksman is a Brazilian filmmaker, and he's based in Spain. He came across a box which contained photographs and ephemera and letters and a videotape, and it all seemed to belong to one family called the MODLINS. Elmer was a struggling actor going from bit part to bit part. Elmer's wife, Margaret, was a painter who desperately wanted to be recognized. And they also had one son whose name was Nelson. This is a story about a family destined for failure who, when they're unsuccessful in one place, relocate to another only to become cut off from the rest of the world. The construction is very simple, but the narrative that he creates is haunting and compelling.
This is the last image of them in America. And then the Modlins disappear.
What I love about what Sergio Oksman does here is the honesty and openness with which he approaches the notion that he is basically making this story up as he goes along. And I think that what he is getting at is the fact that every film we watch, whether it is a narrative or a documentary, is always to some extent a construction. The fact that Elmer Modlin played this tiny role in Rosemary's Baby ends up having far more significance than you could ever imagine.
It's bigger than the other one.
John Cassavetes' character in Rosemary's Baby, Guy, is also a struggling actor who is willing to do anything for success.
Donald Baumgart, he's gone blind. He woke up yesterday and he can't see.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've got the part. It's a hell of a way to get it.
But that's not the only connection between Elmer's story and Guy and Rosemary's. At some point, the family decided to relocate to Madrid, and Margaret becomes obsessed with painting what she believes to be the coming apocalypse. The Modlins were a family that were desperate to leave a legacy behind, but the legacy that they left may not be the one that they would have imagined. So next time you walk by a discarded box on the street, just take a look inside. You never know what you might find.